EduTap and welcome to the Finance 360-degree sessions in which we cover the relevant and important finance current affairs and RBI notifications which are important from your examination perspective. So in today's session, we are going to cover two very important news articles that are regarding the IEPFA, as well as we are going to have the brief understanding of the IEPFA, which is quite in news. Okay, it has been quite in news, and as you know that last year from the ONDC there was a direct descriptive question that came in the examination. So similarly, the IEPFA has been in news recently very much, and that's why we need to have the clarity about the IEPFA. Okay, so we will understand the news articles. The foundation day of the IEPFA has been celebrated, as well as the IEPFA has organized the Niveshak Mashal. So we will know that what is this all about, as well as we will also have the detailed understanding of the IEPFA. So good morning everyone. Already two sessions have happened for the Finance 360, that is on Saturday and Tuesday. So you can see those sessions also. And now let's start with this session, which is going to be very important for all the examination perspective. If you are preparing for any of the examination, this is very important from the descriptive point of view as well as from the objective point of view. Now before starting with the session, do subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you continue getting these videos, as well as join our Telegram channel for the PDF of the session, and the link for the Telegram channel is provided in the description box below. So the link for the Telegram channel is given in the description box below. So let's start with the news articles. I hope that everything is fine, everything is clearly audible and visible. Okay, and good morning everyone, welcome to the session. So the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority, IEPFA, is the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs under the Government of India. Now this IEPFA has celebrated its 8th foundation day, okay, in collaboration with NCAER, that is the National Council of Applied Economic Research. So in collaboration of the NCAER, the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority has celebrated its 8th foundation day, and Institute of Company Secretaries of the India. So in collaboration with NCAER and the ICSI, the IEPFA has celebrated its foundation day on September 7th. So the IEPFA was formed, it was established under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs on September 7, 2016. So when was it established? In 2016, okay, under the provisions of subsection 5 of section 125 of the Companies Act 2013. Now it is headquartered in New Delhi, as well as the IEPFA. This is responsible for managing the Investor Education and Protection Fund. Okay, so this Investor Education and Protection Fund is being managed. This is being managed by the IEPFA, which focuses, now this IEPFA is responsible for managing the fund, which focuses on safeguarding the investor interest by facilitating the refund of shares. So let's say that your shares are not claimed, your dividend is not claimed, your debentures is not claimed for 7 years, then you can claim those shares after 7 years and such, like you have not claimed that for 7 years. If you have not claimed your shares or your debentures or your dividend for 7 years, after that you can claim your money through the IEPF, through the Investor Education and Protection Fund, from the Investor Education and Protection Fund from the IEPFA. Okay, so this is the basic idea. Now what are the IEPF is to be utilized for? So IEPF, what are the functions of IEPF, that we have to understand. So to have the basic understanding of the IEPF. Okay, so the refund is in respect of unclaimed dividend, mature deposits, mature debentures, the application money due to refund and interest. So all of the money that has to be given, so that is given through IEPF. So simply, if you want to claim your money, you can claim your unclaimed money. Okay, so unclaimed means that it is not claimed for 7 years. If your money is not claimed, if your shares, if your debentures, if your interest is not claimed for 7 years, it becomes the unclaimed debentures, unclaimed shares and such. And you can claim it after, even after 7 years, even after 10 years, you can claim it through the IEPF, through the Investor Education and Protection Fund. Okay, so promotion of investors' education, awareness and protection. So the IEPF, the Investor Education and Protection Fund, it provides for the awareness, to spread the awareness, to spread the financial literacy in the country. Now distribution of any disgorged amount among eligible and identifiable investors. So basically, what is the disgorged amount? So in legal terms, the disgorged amount refers to the money that has been paid back after a person or organization was ordered to do so by a court. Let's say there was some illegal activity that happened, or extortion of money happened, or some extra money was taken from the shareholders or from the debenture holders. So now in the court the case happened and it was recognized that extra money was taken. So this becomes the disgorged amount that is taken back from the cheater or from the illegal holder of the money. Okay, so disgorged amount, it refers to the money that has been taken back or paid back after a person or organization was ordered by the court, and this disgorged amount is given to the identifiable applicants who have raised the concern, who have raised the appeal and so, and or the debenture shareholders, debenture holders or depositors and such. So basically the idea is that if illegally some money was acquired, if wrongfully some money was acquired, so that money, if the case happened in the courts or if the case went to the court, so the court will say that the disgorged amount has to be paid, the amount has to be paid back to the rightful owners, we can say. Okay, so this is the basic idea. So distribution. Now what happens that the court orders that, let's say 10 lakh rupees that was wrongfully acquired, that has to be paid back. So this 10 lakh rupees will go to the Investor Education and Protection Fund, and the IEPF has the duty to provide this money to the rightful owners, So this is the basic idea. I hope this is clear. Any confusion here? That distribution, the IEPF, it handles the distribution of any disgorged amount among the eligible and the identifiable or the rightful applicants. Okay, so this is the basic idea. Now next one is that reimbursement of legal expenses incurred in pursuing class action. So class action happens that, let's say that this is a company ABC and this ABC is doing something wrong. Okay, it is not providing interest on time or such kind of activities, wrongful activities is happening. So there are many of the investors in this ABC company. So there is some of the investors, they are going to the court for doing a lawsuit against the ABC company. So this becomes a class action that for the whole class, for the whole investor class, this action has been taken. So a class action is a legal proceeding in which one or more plaintiffs, the victims, they bring a lawsuit on behalf of a larger class, on the behalf of the larger section. So a few of the investors are going to the court to file a lawsuit or to handle the lawsuit on behalf of all the investors of the ABC. So in case of a class action lawsuit or in case of a class action proceedings, the legal expenses that are incurred, that have to be paid back to the plaintiffs. Okay, so this is the basic idea, that reimbursement of legal expenses should happen in case it is incurred in pursuing class action suits under section 37 and 45 by members, debenture holders and such. So this is the basic idea. Now the last point, reimbursement means paying back, reimbursing your amount, refunding your amount, paying back your amount. Okay, so any other purpose. Now what happens here, you can see that the amounts in the unpaid dividend accounts. So let's say that this is a company XYZ. So there are a person, that is person A. Person A has unclaimed shares. Okay, person A has not claimed his shares for 7 years. Person A has not claimed his debentures, his interest for 7 years. There was some refund that has to happen to person A, but he has not even received his refund for 7 years. Okay, he is not claiming his refund and such. So amounts in the unpaid dividend accounts, the application money received by companies for allotment, like the refund amount that is still with the company, that has not been paid, that has not been claimed, the mature deposits with the company. So if you have done some deposit with the company, so even if that has not been claimed for 7 years, mature debentures with companies, if that have not been claimed for 7 years, so provided that the person whose amount, so if for the 7 years, if for the 7 years there is the unclaimed shares, debentures and such, so this will be transferred to the IEPF. This will be transferred to the IEPF from the company. From the company, this money will be transferred to the IEPF, and if the person A wants to claim this after 7 years, they can claim. Person A can claim his money through the IEPF, through the Investor Education and Protection Fund. So this is what is written here. Okay, so it has been clearly mentioned here that after the expiry of the period of 7 years, as per the provisions of the Companies Act of 1956, they get refund out of the fund. So the person A will get the refund from the IEPF. Because after the 7 years, if the money is not claimed for 7 years, if the shares debentures are not claimed for 7 years, so the companies, they transfer the money to the fund and the person A can claim his money from the fund. So this is the basic idea. So I hope you have understood the basic idea of the IEPF. Now the Foundation Day conference was on the theme. Now 8th Foundation Day was celebrated of the IEPFA, which was formed or established in 2016, 7th September 2016. Now the Foundation Day conference that was held on the 8th Foundation Day of the IEPFA. This was on the theme of empowering investors, financial literacy as the key to combat fraud and digital scams. So remember the theme because the whole conference was on this theme. Now the theme reflected the growing need to equip the investors with the knowledge and the tools necessary to safeguard themselves against the frauds, against the fraudulent activities in an increasingly complex financial landscape. The IEPFA's commitment to fostering an informed and resilient investor base. So the investor base should be knowledgeable, should be informed, should have the awareness about the activities that they should be doing, they should not be doing and such, and they should be aware about the frauds that can happen. So this is evident. Now how the IEPFA has taken the action to make the investors aware. So the IEPFA has launched the Niveshak Didi program with India Post Payments Bank. Do you remember Niveshak Didi program? So this was Niveshak Didi program. This was launched, and there was the first floating financial literacy camp that was held. The first floating financial literacy camp was held under the Niveshak Didi, and in this what happened that the women of Srinagar, of Jammu and Kashmir. So the women, they were the ones that were spreading the financial information, the financial literacy, and the theme of the Niveshak Didi was by the women and for the women. So the theme of the Niveshak Didi was by the women, for the women. Because usually the women are not financially literate, they are not the ones like they are not doing much investment because they are in the backward areas, they are not being provided with the awareness, they are not being provided with the financial literacy. That's why in the area of Srinagar, it was said that there will be Niveshak Didi program that will be launched, that is the by the women, for the women financial literacy program that was launched, and here the first floating financial literacy campaign was done. Okay. So now this Niveshak Didi program was launched by IEPFA in collaboration with the India Post Payments Bank. Then there was also the Niveshak Sarthi initiative that was taken by the IEPFA. Under the Niveshak Sarthi initiative, there were 2 vans that were released by the IEPFA. Now these 2 vans had the work to spread the financial literacy. Okay, so Niveshak Sarthi, there were the 2 investor awareness vans that were released by the IEPFA. This was in collaboration with the common service centers. Okay, so Niveshak Didi and Niveshak Sarthi, these are some of the programs that is launched by the IEPFA to improve the financial literacy, to spread the financial literacy and to spread the financial awareness in the country. These programs, along with the financial literacy camps in collaboration with the ICAI, that is the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and the Gyan Darshan tele-lecture series with IGNOU have reached diverse audiences, ensuring that financial education is accessible to all, to the women, to the rural areas, to the urban areas, and to all the investors. Okay, regardless of location or background, recognizing that a well-informed investor is a protected investor. So if you are a well-informed investor, that means you are a protected investor, you know about the frauds that are happening and you can fight against those frauds. IEPFA has developed segment-specific IEC. IEC is your information, education and consumption and communication. Information, education and communications. So that is IEC. So IEC, segment-specific IEC materials have been developed, that is your information, education and communication materials tailored to different sectors of the populations. For the different segments of the population, as per their understanding, there is the different materials that have been prepared for the information, education and communication. Remember the full form. Okay, so this is the idea. Now coming to the Niveshak Mashal. Till now, any confusion anyone has? Any confusion anyone has till now? Any confusion? So now coming to the Niveshak Mashal. IEPFA in collaboration with the National Council of Applied Economic Research and the Pardada Pardadi Educational Society organized the annual half marathon Niveshak Mashal to promote the financial literacy and investor awareness at the PPS campus in Uttar Pradesh. So basically there was a campaign that was launched. I hope this is getting clear that Niveshak Mashal, this is a half marathon that was launched by the IEPFA. Okay. Now this is in collaboration with the NCAER and the PPES to promote the financial literacy and investor awareness at the PPS campus. So here you can see 4,500 individuals have taken part in this half marathon. So the marathon saw enthusiastic participation from over 4,500 individuals, including students from more than 45 schools and local community members. So the event flagged off by Ms. Anita Shah Akela, the CEO of the IEPFA and the Joint Secretary of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, featured multiple race categories under the Niveshak Mashal. So Niveshak Mashal is a marathon that was conducted, half marathon that was conducted by the IEPFA for spreading the financial literacy. Remember this. Now see how you can use it in your descriptive writing. So remember that the Reserve Bank of India undertakes the financial literacy week. The Reserve Bank of India is like spreading the financial literacy through different initiatives. So it is not only the RBI that is working for financial literacy, it is IEPFA and the other organizations that are also working for the financial literacy, that are also promoting the financial literacy. Okay, so you can use the examples of Niveshak you can use the example of Niveshak Sarthi, the Niveshak Mashal, that even the IEPFA, it is working for spreading the financial literacy. Okay, like the RBI has released the booklets. Okay, the Raju and 40 Thieves and the like different booklets have Be Aware or Beware. So 4 booklets have been released by RBI to make the people aware about the fraudsters and their fraudulent activities. Not only RBI but the IEPFA is also taking actions for making the people aware, for spreading the financial literacy. Okay. So in conjunction with the marathon that was conducted by IEPFA, IEPFA also hosted an investor education and protection conference. Now this conference, this was held in Uttar Pradesh on role of financial education in promoting investor awareness and protection on September 7, 2024 at the Pardada Pardadi Education Society campus. So remember this very clearly, that this was the conference that was like the investor education and protection conference was held on this theme at the campus, at the particular campus. Okay, so this is the broad idea. Now I hope you will be easily able to answer the first question. So this is the first question that I hope you will be able to answer. Now the Foundation Day conference is different from the Investor Education and Protection conference. Remember this. Okay, so now before going forward, I want to show you that we have developed a website, that is edutap.co.in. If you want to know about any particular examination, you can go to the free material, you can go to the blog section. In the blog section you can get the exam information. Okay, like if you are preparing for NABARD, RBI, whichever exam you are preparing for, the information you can get from here. Okay, so let's say you are preparing for RBI, IFCA, or whichever exam you are preparing for. So you can get the exam information, the strategy, how to prepare the different components, the success story, that how the achievers have achieved their dream, as well as if you want to know about the courses, you can go to the RBI Grade B courses and you can know about the courses also, that what courses we are bringing, as well as what you are getting in the courses and everything. So the phase 2 course is live, so that also you can see. Okay. Now coming back to the question, so as I have told you that there is a different conference, there is a Foundation Day conference that was held. So there is a there was a Foundation Day conference that was held on September 7th, as well as there was a conference that was Investor Education and Protection conference that was held. Okay, so there are 2 different conferences, that is the Foundation Day conference, as well as there was the Investor Education and Protection Fund conference. Now this conference was held in the Pardada Pardati, in that particular foundation's campus, while the Foundation Day conference, it was held separately. Okay. So now this was the first question. Now this is the second question. I hope you will be able to answer this question also. Okay. So this is the idea. See, rather than what you can do, rather than mugging up, you can make your notes. So after at last you have to mug up the data, but at least you need to have some understanding. So if we are talking about financial literacy or financial awareness, you can make the notes like this. For the digital payment data, you can make the separate notes that you can use in your answer writing also. Okay, for different segments you can make such notes. For the SRO, you can make them short notes. The topics that you are aware about that can come in the descriptive answer writing, you can make your short notes. Okay. I hope this is clear, Shwetanshu, that you have to mug up the data but try to understand. So once you have the clarity, once you have the basic understanding, then mugging up the things becomes easier. Okay. Any confusion anyone has in today's topics? Any confusion anyone? All clear? Okay. So thank you very much everyone. Thank you for joining the session. Do give the right answer of the homework question. If there is any confusion anyone has, they can comment down below. One more information is that now the sessions will be held on Tuesday and Thursday most probably. So in a week I will take 2 sessions of finance current affairs, because as you know that RBI notifications, they are not coming much right now. So rather than wasting your time, you can use your time in the revision and in the revision of the previous months, okay, and in the study of your static topics. So in the weekly, on the week, there will be 2 finance current affairs sessions that will be held, and if required, if some big topic comes, then I can take the 3 sessions. So that will depend on the topics that are coming up. Right now, as you can see, in the September, there is not much RBI notifications or RBI press releases that are coming up. Not even the finance current affairs, no, they are not there. Okay. So if the topic comes up, if there are many topics that I will take, then I will take the 3 sessions. Otherwise, I think 2 sessions are more than enough. Okay. So this is it. So that sessions will be held on Tuesday and Thursday. So on Saturday, you can use that time period for your revision, for your self-revision, for making your own notes. So use your time efficiently. Do not waste your time right now. Okay. So the sessions will be only 2 sessions in a week. Till I do not find important, if there is very important topic that comes up suddenly, then I can take extra session also. Do not worry about it. Okay. So this is it from my side. Thank you very much for joining the session, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Okay.